Today we're going to be identifying proportional relationships, and a proportion is an equation where two ratios are equivalent. So let's put that in English. Basically what that means is that we have two ratios that are the same. So here's an example. I have 2 to 3 and 4 to 6. Let's go ahead and set these up. We know from 6th grade that to determine if a ratio is equivalent, it's easiest just to write them as a fraction and then set them equal to each other. Although I know a lot of you can probably do this in your head, we can't always do them in our head, so it's important to know the proper steps. And then we would say 3 times what is 6? 2 times what is 4? Well, in this case it's 2 and 2. So since they were both multiplied by 2 on top and bottom, the ratio is equivalent. So this is a proportional relationship. They're going up at in the same amount. Let's look at another one. Is this a proportional relationship? I'm going to rewrite them. 6 to 4. Set it equal. 8 and 12. This one, I would say times 3, right? This one, if I said times 3, it's going to be 18. So no, they are not proportional. So it's important to check. We have a new way of looking at this though. Before we were using ratio reasoning, we've been working really hard with ratios, which is important, and I'm glad that we can do that. It develops a lot of number sense and helps us to solve a lot of problems. But we've got another way that will help us here. We're going to be using something called cross products. Cross products of a proportion are equal. So it's exactly how it sounds. We're going to look at this, instead of going from here to here and here to here straight across like a ratio, we're going to look across diagonally. So that means you're going to say 6 times 18. And let's do that on the calculator really quick. 6 times 18, and I got 108. So 6 times 18 is 108. And then I'm going to do the other way. 9 times 12. And 9 times 12 is 108. So when I'm using these cross products, it's pretty quick and simple. These are the same if we multiply this way and this way. So let's keep doing some practice here. I have some try-its for you guys, and these aren't as challenging as some of them that I've given to you, but I want you to try the mild, medium, spicy. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can do it on your own. I'm going to go ahead and just dive in here. So we're going to use cross products. 1 to 5/10. And actually, this one's so easy, we can do this in our head, because I know this simplifies to 1/2. So this is a proportional relationship. 4 to 14 and 12 to 40. I'm going to use cross products for this one. So I know that this way is 160. Oh man, sorry. Oh goodness, oh goodness. How embarrassing. Okay. 160. Let's see if the other way is proportional. This one I don't know in my head. So 12 times 14, and it equals 168. So that's not true, is it? So this one is not proportional. Okay, very last one. If I have 1/2 to 1/4 and 8 to 4. Well, let's use cross products. I know that half of 4 is 2. And if I were to use cross products here, 8 times 1/4 or 8 over 4 is 2. So this one is proportional. So I have one more I always like to look at these ones with words because most of the time when we're solving problems, we're having to understand what we're reading. You can burp 35 times in 40 minutes. So I just read a rate, and I'm going to write that down immediately. And guys, if I start with burps, they stay on top, and my minutes are going to go on the bottom. So with a proportion, we've got to make sure that we're very organized. So if my burps go on top, they stay on top. So I've got 35 to 40. And let's see what your friend does. Your friend can burp 21 times in 24 minutes. So 21 to 24. So the thing with ratios is they can be very limiting. You know that as we were doing ratio tables, I can figure this out by dividing the big number by the small number, correct? But then I'm dealing with decimals and it takes me a lot of work. Instead, I'm going to use cross products. We'll go this way, 40 times 21, and let's see what I've got. 40 times 21 gave me 840. And let's see if that's equal to the other way, the other cross product, 35 times 24. And it is 840. So it appears that you and your friend, when it comes to burping, are very harmonious, and it is a proportional relationship.